Hello everybody, my name's Jason D. Baxter. I'm co-owner of Pick Sticker Bait Company along with Alan Powell. On today's installment, we're going to spend some time talking with you about some of the jigs that we have. It's the middle of August, it's really hot out there, and we've been on table rock fishing. And I know there's a lot of different ways depending on the time of year that you're fishing. And right now on table rock, we're catching them on drop shots. Our guides are doing really good on catching suspended fish and fish on the bottom. They're also doing well on dragging football heads on pea gravel flats and different stuff. But me and Alan's been out there for about a week and a half, trying new colors, trying a new bait that we're going to introduce today. And the colors that we've been throwing are your browns, your greens, and Alan today specifically was trying out a new color. This is the HD series. We make the HD series. What the HD series is, it comes with a heavy wire hook. This bait is the Warthog. It's a 9/16, and we also make it in a 3/4, and our fatback comes in a 1/2 ounce with a heavy hook in it. And they're for flipping applications, dock fishing with a lot of brush piles on points, that type of stuff. And the new color Al was throwing today is a black and blue and chartreuse. He calls it the bullgill. He had over 20 fish today, had 9 keepers. He fished about 10:30, and that's a good day on table rock this time of year. The deal with the HD, all the HD series, this one here, the Warthog, has a fish head profile, and all our skirts are designed to flare. And you can see the bulk that it adds to your bait. And the only thing you need to do whenever you pull this thing out of the package is add whatever plastic you want on the back and trim the weed guard. The weed guards are heavy. They're stiff enough not to get hung up in the brush, and the hook is a heavy round bend hook on the back. Phenomenal bait. I can't wait to throw it. And like I said, Alan and Pete Winters was even up in the river today fishing, and combined they had over 40 fish today. And it's fishing is good, but if you can stand the heat, get out there and go fishing. Me, on the other hand, I'm more of a structure type fisherman. This time of year, we're just round the corner from football season. And when you hear us talk about football season, we're throwing football heads. And this is one of our quick 5. It's a football head. And all our baits, it doesn't matter which one you buy, the skirts are already trimmed the way that they need to be fished. Has a good flare to it. Football head has a light weed guard because I'm not really fishing any brush. I'm throwing it on structure, rock piles. There are some brush out there. I can work this bait through the brush. It has a Sproat style bend hook on it. It's a thin wire hook, and the reason for the thin wire hook, we sent this bait, actually we sent this particular bait, this is a 5/8 football head, we call it the Quick 5, down to Venice, Louisiana. And we had 4 guides that guide for redfish down there. We said, try to tear these baits up. We need to know if the hook is going to be excellent for bass fishing. These guys caught fish up and over 38 inches long, and a 38-inch redfish is going to weigh 16, 18 pounds. They're a mean fish, and they had no problem landing the fish with this bait right here. I've been throwing the brown and purple. This is a brown and orange. I also throw one that we call Triple X. It's a watermelon color. I've been throwing it on Main Lake points around Kimberling City. And the deal with fishing deep, and I know a lot of you guys, deep, when you fish deep, 10 foot is deep to you. But on table rock, in clear water situations, I'll put the boat in 35 foot of water, and most of my fish come 25 to 28, some out to 30 foot. And the setup that I used to use a medium action rod, but I've changed it up over the last couple of years. I use a heavy action rod. I can still throw that bait out there a long way, 70 yards. I use 15-pound test, heavy action rod with a high-speed reel. And the reason being, if a fish hits that bait on the fall or as soon as it hits the bottom, I can quickly take up the slack line, and with the stiff rod allows me to move that hook in the fish's mouth and get the hook started into the fish's mouth, where I know whenever I set the hook, that fish is coming to the boat. And I encourage you, football season is just now getting started. For a jig bite on Table Rock, starting in about a week and a half, the end of August through the whole month of September, is absolutely the best time to fish a jig on Table Rock. And our guides that we added here in the last month, Bill Beck, Rick Lysick Jr., Bill Babler, and we've had Pete Winters on the pro staff for a while now. These guys, they spend a lot of time on Table Rock. I talked to Bill yesterday, and he has fished 190 consecutive days guiding on Table Rock, and he's excited. Whenever Bill gets excited about the jig bite in September, starting to get fired up, I encourage you all to go to our webpage, www.pigstickerbait.com. Check out our pro staff page, and on each one you can just click on the picture and go to their webpage. And I encourage everybody to book a trip with these guys. They will show you how we tie these baits on, what kind of trailers we use, what kind of rock, what kind of points, how deep we fish them, and you'll get an idea. It might be kind of uncomfortable at first being in that deep of water, but when you go with these guys, you're going to catch a lot of fish. And I encourage everybody to, if you don't book a trip with them, at least go out and try to fish deep. These fish are deep, they're mean, they're big, and good luck. I hope to see you guys on the water. We'll see you next time. We'll profile a different jig on the next episode. We're going to be spending time on the water with our pros. We're going to show you fish catches and get a little bit more in detail about how we catch fish, and what type of situations dictate what kind of baits that we use. But come along, it's going to be a fun journey. So we'll see you next time. I'm Jason D. Baxter.